Hello, my name is Toby Wilbraham. I work for Olliers Solicitors. I'm a solicitor advocate, which means I represent people both in the magistrates and in the Crown Court. I've worked for Olliers doing criminal defence and regulatory defence work for over 25 years. Trading standards falls under the umbrella of regulatory law. Olliers Solicitors have been representing people for over 40 years nationwide. Myself and Zita Spencer work for the regulatory team at Olliers Solicitors. You can ask yourself the question, who and what are trading standards? Well, trading standards are departments, are teams of specially trained officers from your local authority, and they're dedicated to overseeing and enforcing laws and regulations governing the interaction between businesses and consumers. Some of the powers that trading standards have include the following. They have the powers to investigate alleged criminal offences. They have the powers to prosecute individuals and businesses in the criminal courts. They have the powers to demand production of documentation and make test purchases. They have the power to seize and detain goods and documentation. They also have the power to inspect and test products. Well, how can Olliers Solicitors help you? If an individual or business is targeted, there are two potential stages to any case. The first is investigation, and this is when trading standards gather evidence and statements to try and build a case up against a person or a company. We can assist in two different ways. Firstly, we can represent somebody during an interview. If trading standards require somebody to be interviewed under caution, we can advise as to the best possible route there. An interview is the key stage to any investigation. What you say or what you don't say is key to how the case proceeds. It's important you get good advice at that stage. Secondly, once somebody is interviewed, we can gather evidence and make representations that a suspect, whether that's a business or individual, is not prosecuted. The second stage person or business can face is court proceedings. We can advise there in relation to a plea. We can gather any evidence or material which would assist in the case. We can present the case in the best possible light to the court. And who do we help? We help both individuals and businesses. Sometimes one's prosecuted, sometimes the other, and sometimes both are prosecuted. Who we work with specialist barristers nationwide. Locally, in Manchester that is, we work with Lincoln House Chambers who have specialist regulatory barristers. We also work with specialist London chambers and other specialist chambers around the country. We will instruct barristers only who specialise in this area, not just general criminal barristers. In relation to funding can be provided in three different ways. Firstly, we represent people on a private paying basis. Secondly, if somebody's insured, we can liaise with their insurance companies and be funded by them. And thirdly, if somebody qualifies, which is rarely nowadays, but if they do, we can represent people under legal aid. If you wish to contact us, please see our website or email us at regulatory@olliers.com. And in relation to initial advice, we're able to give an initial free consultation by telephone to provide the initial information.